Hello and welcome back to my channel, guys. This is Sanyukta Singh, and in today's session we are going to talk about futuristic design questions, and I'm going to explain you the whole concept that how you should attempt these type of questions. And in this complete session, you're going to see how in previous years the questions were asked and what are the strategies you should keep in mind before solving this question, because usually you get the question of 30 marks to 40 marks. We all know there are 3 questions for NIFT, creative, and in past years, there were many questions related to futuristic tiffin, futuristic umbrella, or futuristic insect, artificial insect. So all these questions were previously asked. But before that, guys, if you have not subscribed my channel, please go and subscribe it, hit the bell icon for notifications, क्योंकि आपको इतने important sessions और कहीं नहीं मिलेंगे. Now, let me tell you one more very important thing, that futuristic questions, some students have certain myths about the futuristic thing. Like, NIFT is not asking to make flying cars or to make chip-oriented technology things or maybe a robot. So NIFT is not asking that. So what NIFT is usually asking in when they are asking for futuristic design questions, it's always about what are the products or maybe services or maybe that furniture is going to be after 5 years, maybe 10 years, maybe 50 years. They are not at all talking about how are they going to be after 1000 years. So the solutions need to be very, very much practical. Here, guys, I'm not speaking loud today, as I'm not well. You can hear that from my voice. But again, NIFT 2024 and 2019, the questions were: create artificial futuristic design of an insect, bird or fruit. That was asked in 2024, and in 2019 it was asked futuristic tiffin umbrella, and one more option was there, I don't remember. So see, you can see how the questions were from futuristic, like insect, artificial. The word artificial suggests that normal form में वो insect या fruit नहीं है, it's in the artificial or the toy form. And tiffin and umbrella, now we all are using these products in our daily life. So after 20 years, what innovative approach we will see in the umbrella or tiffin? That was the question. So one of the solutions I've just put here about the futuristic tiffin. So futuristic appeared in NIFT CAT, we all know, and this is the proof which I am showing you. So you need to practice on this very topic because it's very important, and in the upcoming slides I'm going to tell you about what are the specifications and how are you label it very clearly, because everything has marks. If 30 marks have been allotted to one question, they are not only looking towards the drawing part or the sketching part, but they are looking and they are like, they want to see your creativity, your approach, your ideas, how you have thought about the same product with different approaches in future. So everything they are considering. In 2022, the question was related to the waste fabric, future sustainable products. So again, not exactly futuristic, but sustainability, say, inspired, it was the question. Again, there was a question related to clean air as a gift, future thinking. So again, there was a composition kind of question जहाँ पे clean air, if you want to gift somebody, how are you going to make that illustration? So all these questions comes under your futuristic designs, not only the product and services design questions, but sometimes maybe compositions and illustrations are also there. Now, let me discuss some more areas. Like in NIFT 2025, the question was related to lighting equipment for any one of the following: an embroider, makeup artist, and book lover. Now, nowhere it's written that it is a futuristic design genre question, but again, if you are making a lighting fixture for embroider or a makeup artist or a book lover, you're not only solving the problem, but you are thinking something which is available right now, but you want to add some more specifications, some more tech oriented things, or maybe something more which can resolve the issue, or wherever the embroider is facing the problem, he can, with his lighting fixture, he can improvise or improve his work. So again, this is one of the solution done by one of our student, like she did an iPad after completing the paper of like NIFT. So again, I would just ask you that in this type of question, you are not only making the object, but you can show that with different angles also, with different highlighting also, and zoom in parts also, and then giving the clear labeling. Moving forward, NIFT never asks for pure science fiction. They ask how will life evolve, like through that object or through that service, how your life is going to get affected, how you are showing the transformation thing, or maybe some durable thing, or maybe how are you not harming the environment. So in future days, we are always going to think sustainably, and that's how futuristic designs are also dependent. What NIFT means by future product? Now, from my previous slides, I did clear you some important facts that in futuristic designs, you're always going to think logical. So NIFT also want logical and very clear answers. So an improved version of today's product, definitely whatever is available today, you are thinking about the more ease of that very product, how somebody is going to use that. The product should not harm environment, and a solution to a real problem. If any real problem exists surrounding that product, you need to talk about the solution and a design that feels possible. Now, you're not going to express those ideas or write it down, that might not get like implemented in next 10 to 15 years or 50 years, but maybe thousands of years later that could be implemented. So these type of answers are actually not logical, so you're going to take care about that tomorrow, not 100 years later. As I said earlier, you're going to talk about 10 years later, 50 years later with a logical solution, not 1,000 years later. So one of the solutions of my students, you can see in the screen. In the upcoming slides also, I'll be showing you some other solutions, and see how with pencil rendering only the design have been made, and it's the futuristic helmet, and with the specification, the labeling has been more clear and crisp. But again, here I would like to say something to you, that please avoid cursive writing. If you are writing like this, there are like very few teachers or mentors or examiners, they are going to read it, because sometimes it is going to lack readability in cursive handwriting. So always make sure that in very simple handwriting you must express and write your ideas. Biggest mistakes students make. What are the mistakes? Now these mistakes are drawing chips, wires, holograms everywhere. On the name of futuristic design, if you are making chips and wires and holograms, that is not feasible. No explanation of usage, whatever product you are making. If you are just making in a object drawing format and you're not explaining the concept and the idea generation, then that is of no use. Students draw objects floating in spaces. Like, you need to do the background also. Just don't put your sketching on a blank paper with a 2D thing, and if you're not showing depth and the 3D elements, like if you're not making it in a isometric projection, that sketch is not going to appeal your faculties. No user, no context. If you're not talking about the target audience, if you're not talking about the environment, if you're not talking about how it's going to be used, there is no context of creating such design. Students attempt 3D angles, okay? Not always making everything in 1 point and 2 point is important. A slight isometric can also express your ideas. Poor proportion ruins the clarity. Again, if you are making a bottle or a tiffin box, and if you're not able to make that with a straight line or with a proportion, or if the lid of that whole tiffin box is bigger than the whole body, then there's no point, because you are lacking proportions there. So it's very important to work on your skills. If you have not worked on object drawing, here you are lacking, because in futuristic designs you usually end up making objects. Technology without purpose is decoration, not design. Now in this type of question, it's not at all important to do very intricate coloring or shading. A simple drawing with the explanation is going to work here, as I have been showing you on the screen with all the examples. Again, what NIFT actually expects, it usually expects relevance to the daily life, sustainability, awareness, simplicity, logical evolution, and clear communication. All these points I have talked earlier, and this is one of the solution of our students who is in right now CEED. Her name is 𝐂𝐨𝐬𝐬𝐬𝐬𝐬𝐬𝐬𝐬𝐬𝐬𝐬𝐬𝐬𝐬𝐬𝐬𝐬𝐬𝐬𝐬𝐬𝐬𝐬𝐬𝐬𝐬𝐬𝐬𝐬𝐬𝐬𝐬𝐬𝐬𝐬𝐬𝐬𝐬𝐬𝐬𝐬𝐬𝐬𝐬𝐬𝐬𝐬𝐬𝐬𝐬𝐬𝐬𝐬𝐬𝐬𝐬𝐬𝐬𝐬𝐬𝐬𝐬𝐬𝐬𝐬𝐬𝐬𝐬𝐬𝐬𝐬𝐬𝐬𝐬𝐬𝐬𝐬𝐬𝐬𝐬𝐬𝐬𝐬𝐬𝐬𝐬𝐬𝐬𝐬𝐬𝐬𝐬𝐬 she has labeled her whole design and how she has sketched it out, how the composition is going on this piece of paper. So that's all. Is that all the things are actually very much important. Not only drawing part is going to be helpful, but expressing it, ideating it is equally important. So always remember the keywords when you are doing futuristic designs, guys. Foldable, अगर कुछ object बना रहे हो, that can be foldable. If you're making any object, it can be portable, of multi-use, of eco-friendly. It could be lighter, it could be modular, and the labels should be clear. So these all are the keywords which you usually keep in mind while drawing that object and while mentioning that in the write-up. Future designs is equal to present problem plus smarter solution. The objects which are present in front of you and how that object is going to be after 50 years with the improvised solution is actually futuristic design. So one of the question that was asked in 2018, I guess, in which you had to draw an umbrella which is going to be in 2050, and that's how one of our solutions, one of our students' solution you can see on the screen. You can take the screenshot, you can read it, and I'm not going to explain all this, but obviously in futuristic designs I am showing this example just to aware you that how, in what area you must draw your ideas and how you should give the clear labeling. One of the solutions of, again, Shyamli, in which I am going to talk about how to present that futuristic solution, in which you need to take care about the title part, the problem statement, the product sketch, the label, and the explanation. On all these aspects, you get your marks. If the question is of 30 marks or 40 marks, the title, elder, all the sketches, the possible sketches, not only 2, 3, but 4, 5 sketches, and very clear labeling, very neat handwriting, very presentable, very beautifully composed, and there you actually get out of 30, 25, 28 marks. And a front and back paper has been used. So in NIFT, we all know the papers which are provided are in front and back format, and you can always work on both the sides. So this is one of the examples of a bag, I guess, and the inspiration was peacock, and the elements have been written, and elements chosen have been written, and all the aspects, all the areas have been designed. Handbag for trekking. This was done by one of our students. His name is Rahul Batode, and that's his sketch. And when the sketching is like that, when the write-up is very clearly labeled, definitely there's no way you will score bad. So this is one of the solutions that I would like to present you all, and in the previous solutions also I've been showing you the best possible way to do the question or attempt the question in the exam so that it gets clear in your mind. So that was futuristic designs, guys. About futuristic designs, I've already made one more video for my channel. You can always go and see that video in my playlist, and after that you can always watch this part B, and that's how you attempt your question. If you have any problem or if you have any queries, you can come to the comment section. You can put up your queries there and we'll be happy to help you all. So all the best for your exam. Till then, take care. Bye-bye.